Hello, Management 3010 online class. This is Philip Ganguly debating whether or not mandatory background checks are necessary for all employees. I do believe that mandatory background checks for all employees is completely necessary because you would like to know if people are who they say they are, and even going as far as maybe they're in the financial industry and you want to see if their credit report matches with what you are looking for an employee. Obviously, if somebody does not have a good credit score, they're probably not very responsible with their financials. So I think that mandatory background checks and pre-screenings should be mandatory. Another reason for this is because if you have somebody in the child care history, you don't want somebody that has a history of child abuse or violence to be teaching your child how to grow up. And I think that's also important. Another reason is another example would be somebody in the healthcare industry. If they have drug problems, then they probably shouldn't be in the healthcare industry because they have access to paraphernalia such as needles, maybe even some drugs, and they could actually start to use drugs while they're working at their job. I think that it is also important as well because if you have somebody that is not who they say they are, maybe they say that I worked here, here, and here, and then according to their background check, it says that they in fact did not work there, but they're making it up. I think it's important to understand that that happens. It's human nature to fabricate some things in order to get a job. And I think that this is important to understand as well. And I think background checks help to weed out those employees. And I think it also helps to understand where your employees excel at and where they don't, due to previous jobs they may have carried. That's my position on whether mandatory background checks should be appropriate for all employees. Thanks so much.